You know, I don't remember if we have 5 or 6 Shave Dad soaps.
You feeling lucky? Well, are you, Funk?
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays...
we are the Barbershop Duet!
Hey, y'all, come on in. We're so glad you're here. Yeah. If you happen to be here during the live premiere, we'd love to meet you. Come on in the chat and say hi. And we've got an awesome group of folks from all over the world hanging out. We'd love to meet you, too. And we just talk about shaving soap and what's going on in our lives and cartoon characters and movies and all
lots of fun.
Come on in and say hi. And what's our mention today?
So our mention today is actually from our friend at Douglas Lane. Homemade little gifts here.
He is starting a shaving soap company. Y'all putting together a few prototypes, and his daughters are doing it with him, and they have phenomenal noses. So y'all, the scent profile on this. Angelo at Shave Arcade was mentioning to us the other day that when Tom Ford goes to bed at night, he puts on a little bit of Effing Fabulous and a little bit of Lost Cherry.
Yeah.
So this is a combination of both of those. And Douglas and his family needs your help in coming up with the names. So Carlos suggested Fabulously Lost, right? And I humbly submitted Cherry Bomb. So whichever one you think might fit this a little bit better, put it in the comments.
Yeah.
And y'all, this is a talk about a scent that's more than the sum of its parts.
It really
what
is.
Do you think?
It's funny because like the green side from the Fabulous side is definitely there. And you know, if you think of actually like a cherry, there is that green stem. So I think there's something in those that both combine oddly well.
And we are not giant normal fans of layering things because we think these scents are generally masterpieces on their own. But y'all,
if the
comes
artist
from
himself.
the same guy, and there is something magical that just happens when you put these two together. So we'll keep you updated on the Lane family and their adventures and when you can get your noses on this as well. So stay tuned here, and thank y'all for including us in your adventures. This is an honor for us.
It really is.
What's our soap today?
Our soap today is kind of a fun character, and I gotta say the label seeing it really, it was like, you know, I think we're gonna have to get this one.
Y'all, if you are a newbie to the hobby, head over to Facebook and join the Shave Dad group. Like us, Jerry Plessy, a friend of ours, curates an awesome group of folks hanging out over there. There are flea markets. There are shave of the days galore. There are exclusive razors that are offered from time to time. And there are exclusive collaborations with Andy at the Wet Shaving Store to bring us these Shave Dad one and done sets. This one is an homage to one of the most iconic and masculine screen legends of all time, Mr. Clint Eastwood. Let's meet the soap.
Classics and Company. This exceptional grooming set is a testament to the artistry and dedication of these renowned entities.
This exclusive collaboration underscores a shared commitment to delivering exceptional grooming products that elevate your daily ritual. Eastwood embodies the passion and expertise of its creators, making it a must-have addition to your shaving routine.
Well, okay.
I'm excited because HC&C has delivered some of the bangers of bangers in our shaving cabinet. Havana Nights, Christmas in NYC. I mean,
Italian Plum.
Right. I mean, come on. Oh, Year of the Dragon?
Yep. Well, let's keep going.
So, y'all, they just keep getting better, and with the Shave Dad's nose being a part of this, it's gonna be something special. And you know, I'm feeling lucky, punk. Let's let this guy out of the box. From the Wet Shaving Store, Shave Dad. Yeah, there's a few in here. Andy was so sweet and threw in 2 free ones last time, so you didn't see these. You didn't say, this is HC&C too. I think this is New and Neon Moon. Yo, you didn't see that one.
Or the 3, 4, 5.
Excited about this. So these are episodes to come, and we got stickers! Yo, we got Wet Shaving Store stickers.
Okay,
all right,
ready?
What do we got in here?
Here it is. Look at that label. Oh, look at the shine action going on.
I know there are a few cowboy scents out there, but this was the one I wanted to try first. Look at the little 6 shooters on each side.
Eastwood Shave Dad's Wild West.
Very
cool, and a little side label action.
I am a giant fan of Jerry Plessy's nose because he knows. Let's have a first impression.
All right, I'm making Marcus go first this time.
I want this one. And y'all, Here's why I wanted this one. Somebody asked us the other day, oh, I don't want to tell you the scent notes. Won't that ruin it? No. That's how we pick our soaps. Is we choose the scent notes that we love the most. But we generally don't look at them again until the soap gets here in the mail, sits on our piano for 6 to 8 weeks, and then we shoot the episode. So I rarely remember any scent notes, but if I do, I'll disclose them usually at this part. So I do kind of remember that this is a Western soap, to be sure, but it's on a little bit more of the gourmandy side. I think I remember there being caramel in here to kind of offset the tobacco.
Those sound good
so
together.
That's why I got this, was the caramel note. Now watch, it's not in there. But I'm 90% sure I remember a caramel note being in here. So that's why I was excited about this. Like, wait a minute, Western, but gourmandy. Right? And Lee Nunes is going to love this. I know. So let's see what happens.
But knowing the noses behind this, I feel like it's going to be a good adventure.
Because all of the other Shave Dad soaps we have are like, ooh, y'all.
Let's see.
Oh, it's a very white, smooth pour, y'all. Okay, here we go. You ready?
Get your nose in there. What do you think?
Okay.
Are you in the Wild West?
Whoa. This is cool. Okay, hold on. Was it what I was expecting or not? Yes.
Yeah, right?
And no.
Oh.
Absolutely yes. And absolutely no. So here's why. Half of this, exactly half of this, was everything I wanted.
Okay.
Beautiful tobaccos, a little bit of caramel, a little bit of gourmand.
Color.
Gorgeous. Then it doesn't go down into spicy sweet town at all. Then the second half takes over and it becomes something more masculine, more horseback, more bandana,
the
less
Wild West.
Sweet, right, more rocky, more of like a Wild West.
Outdoor kind of vibe.
That. Hold on a second. Whoa. Okay, but all of that somehow comes together to be like top notes, middle notes, base notes of the structure of a fabulous aftershave cologne.
Oh, intriguing.
Like maybe like a classic one, right? Maybe like 50s or 60s. But a dry, Western, transportive scent primarily. And I love how the cleaner, drier, like, I don't know, dirtier side of this is playing against those beautiful sweet tobaccos and caramels that I was expecting.
Okay, so we've smelled a few that could kind of be considered a little more Wild West-ish that are in our den. Right. Does this have its own place in that category?
This doesn't even belong on those shelves. Oh, and here's why. And I'm going to name them. Tombstone by PAA. Ghost Town Barber from Chiselface.
Pretty in that category.
Yeah, they have more of a gunpowder note. Or a sage note. This doesn't. Okay. So y'all, those traditional, aces over eights.
Right, that's what I was thinking. Mm-hmm.
Those traditional Western scents. This builds it in a much different way. It's almost like it builds it inside out and upside down.
Maybe because he's more the actor, Clint Eastwood. Like he plays in those, but he's not legit.
You know, this would be equally at home on a film set out in Sedona or at a commissary at Warner Brothers. I think you hit the nail on the head.
All right.
I think she cracked this.
So he's in character.
Yeah. So I think this is like a cowboy, but one that goes home to his mansion in Beverly Hills at night.
There you go.
Wow, she doesn't even need to smell this. You smell like just watching this. Good night, everybody. Yeah, it's that. So I'm very curious. Okay. I'm very curious how this washes over here, because this isn't going to be like the cute little caricature charmer of an Old West. This is going to be a little bit like a dude just got off a horse and walked up to you and went, "Can I help you, little lady?"
A little more Blazing Saddles vibe.
Kind of more real. Here, take that in.
What's Three Amigos? Because they're actors, and then they go out to the West. Maybe.
I'm going to start a foundation to help homeless children. I told Martin Short that when I met him. Anyway, here, just take that in.
Okay, no more stalling. I'll get my nose in here. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, I totally see what you're saying.
I know.
There is definitely a cologne thing, the HC&C little touch on there.
Was it? That is. So, how is that not what you're expecting?
Okay, and now I get why you were trying to take the time period, too, because I am taking the blast from the past into, like, classic
40s.
aftershave-y something.
40s, 50s Hollywood here.
And there's not as much the gunpowdery side,
right? But
there is an age to this, and I don't know how it's coming across. There's something that is normally in classic aftershaves that's in here, and it reminds me of like a dry stone kind of a thing.
I get rocks and sand, big time on that other side. Now, do you get what I hope there's a caramel note in here, because I kind of remember one. Maybe there's not, but do you get like a tobacco caramel sense that's pulling against those whites?
Yes, it is close to a tobacco, but it's a very fresh, clean, warmer tobacco. It's not like a chewed one.
No, it's like somebody's got a pouch of a really nice tobacco in their jacket pocket.
And it's funny, I don't get as much leather-ish,
No.
as I thought.
No.
I do get more of like a green outdoorsy side.
I don't think I get any leather.
No, but I get like real trees, like the green in the trees or the fresh air. There's something more naturey from, the wilderness in there.
And y'all, this is our brush from the wet shaving store. We love this. This is the beginning of our journey. And our bowl from Pete at HC&C. This was a gift to Sarah at the very beginning. And this is our no-nonsense lather bowl, y'all. Yep. That's what we call it. When you just need to get this soap onto these bristles, this is your pony.
Ooh,
it's a gorgeous lather bowl.
Good pony.
Just kind of sits right in there, just kind of pushes right into the 22-gauge stainless steel, and those little ridges are just plenty to get your business done. Our bougie sprayer is not feeling too good, so this is the understudy.
So we had to get a new friend for now.
And watch this, y'all.
All right, here's the magic in action. The HC&C.
1, 2, 3, and there she is, already poking her head over the side of the bowl. The lather has arrived, y'all. Beautiful. And the more love you give it, the more love it'll give you back. Give this 3 or 4 minutes. Turn on your favorite song. Let it play out as you enjoy the aromatherapy of creating your lather.
I do feel like this has a little bit more of the actor Clint Eastwood. Like, you can tell he's been in a normal shower, but he went out to the set to film. It's not like he's lived in the wilderness.
Totally. And Dirty Harry was shot right here in San Francisco, y'all. So this is the Saints Peter and Paul's church whiff. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh!
Yeah, the little green. Something else shifted here, right?
Got a little citrus going on in there. Unless I'm crazy, a little grass. Maybe?
I feel like there are tumbleweeds around us somehow.
Yeah, this takes you out there. Oh, this even has like a hot feeling to it, like a humid feeling to it.
I was just looking down at the label. I don't know if it'll come across on camera, but like getting that actual sunset kind of thing. Like it's a different smell.
Right.
Like when the sun is going down and it gets cold in the desert.
It is kind of a desert sand.
Right? Because there's a dryness to the air. It's not wet.
Now hold on. Before we look at the scent notes, there is one sweet that's pulling everything together right in the middle. What do you think it is? Is it a floral?
It's funny because in this picture I see a cactus. I'm almost like, is it a cactus flower? Is it something that we're not used to?
Boy, would that be clever. And I wouldn't put it past Pete at HC&C to do something incredibly clever. So let's take a look at these scent notes. All right, y'all, back to the sales page at wetshaving.store.
Eastwood's fragrance is a harmonious blend of rich, warming tobacco blossom. That's a lot.
There you go. Whoa, it's a different, you said it was a much different tobacco.
It's a tobacco blossom.
I wonder how they make it warming, but a little bit of a hue, it says, told you.
Yeah, or like an amber color.
In.
A symphony of Marcus was right.
And Marcus was right.
Some caramel and complemented by notes of mandarin.
Wait.
That's the sneaky.
That's why I couldn't tell what the sweet was. It's these 3 put together.
Just wait.
So hold on. Okay. Strap in.
Mandarin. We got that one.
Orange, sweet, candied orange. And then
honey.
Right.
Like the raw sweet.
Right. So like that smell of fresh honey.
And then rose.
Put those 3 together.
That's a different vibe.
Talk about a way to create a Wild West sweet in a
outdoor kind of vibe
different way. That's what I love about this. Because we've got some Wild West stuff going on. This is a country mile, and yet it's taken me to the dead center of Dodge City. See what I did there?
Yeah.
It's a scent that exudes sophistication and warmth, making it an ideal choice for those seeking a unique and indulgent shaving experience. I give you Eastwood.
Wow. I'm so glad it's not what we were expecting. Like, it really does have its own place in the den. It really has that classy side of, like, Wild West somehow.
I'm having a thought.
Yes?
This may be a little bit of an homage, not just to the Clint Eastwood that we all know from motion picture fame, but there's a second Clint Eastwood from one of all of our favorite movies. Now, he wasn't the actor's name. It was the character's name, because when Marty McFly went back to the Old West in Back to the Future 3, he played Clint Eastwood, and there was that fabulous line. If you don't show up for that duel, the name Clint Eastwood will be known as the biggest yellow belly in the history of the West. And I do have a couple of questions for Marty. Let's take this a little bit deeper. So, y'all, according to our YouTube demographics, most of you are in my generation. So, if you think about Back to the Future 3, right? The whole problem was that when Marty McFly got back, he ripped the fuel line, right? No fuel line. Can't take Doc back to the future. You're out of gasoline, right? What are we going to do? Well, wait a minute. In the cave was the DeLorean that Doc put there for Marty in the future. And that DeLorean had a working fuel line. So, like, why didn't they just go to the cave and borrow the parts?
Then you can't have a movie, I
Then
guess?
you wouldn't have never met Mary Steenburgen or ZZ Top or
right.
any of that. So it makes perfect sense.
I guess that's the reason. You just had to pretend you didn't know that could be the answer.
And if you know the one iconic character from Back to the Future 3 that was also in Blazing Saddles, put it in the comments. But either one of those could have worn this. I could totally see Clint Eastwood wearing this on the Old West Prairie.
Yeah.
And Michael J. Fox wearing this as Marty in Back to the Future 3. It's got both of those edges to it. Like the caramel gives you the sweetness of like a Marty McFly.
Yeah, I could get that.
All of these other things, like the tobacco blossom and the warmness and the honey, like
it just puts you in that place too, more than anything. I feel like that's a big part of it.
And are you shocked there's not like a resinous note or like a note of sand?
Yeah, because I get that outdoorsy dry hit. I don't know how that's happening.
What could be coming together to make that?
There must be some other secrets that are not put in here.
Yeah, I'm thinking the honey might be part of it, but there's something gorgeously
whatever
dry
it is,
and
we
rocky
understand.
There may be more secrets even hidden there for you to discover.
But they are wonderful secrets because they are clearly working here perfectly to what our noses needed.
Yeah, I never watched Westerns growing up really, but my dad did. I would watch like Young Guns, kind of like the new wave of Westerns, Tombstone, Maverick. Oh, watch that every day of the week. But Dad watched more like The Sons of Katie Elder and The Shootist, which was John Wayne's last movie. Boy, that's an interesting story. Go read through what happened to the cast
I just remember watching them with my grandpa, and I don't remember knowing the titles or anything that was going on, but just how much he enjoyed watching them and getting lost in the story and the adventure and who the bad guy is. Like, there was always something just like, it was black and white. They didn't have special effects. They were doing, there was just a different type watching those. Like, it was great.
And for me, there's a little bit of an allegory here with the soap, because those old Westerns were generally, even the spaghetti Westerns, were generally kind of about good and evil. And it was kind of easy to tell who was the good cowboy and who was the one that had some hard edges. I kind of like that because, we don't have very many stories that are that cut and dried. It's the good guys versus the bad guys. And some of the most beautiful country in the world.
That's true.
You watch Ocean's 11, you're not going to see the Grand Canyon. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of that way to escape too. Those beautiful places in New Mexico. And
it does. And it's fun that it's called Eastwood because clearly it's kind of, you could be, at a place, it could be for Clint Eastwood. It could be for whatever we want it to be.
And I love that this has both of those qualities in it.
They're
this
in
just
there.
has the best of both worlds and I love it.
So definitely Jerry and HC&C like Pete and Jerry together. It's a good combo.
Jerry, if you ever want to get together with Andy and make another one of these, we certainly won't complain. In fact, I think there might be another one hiding in our box for a little bit later. So it's pretty simple, y'all. All you have to do is have a friend who's gone back to the Old West in his time machine. He got struck by lightning. You know how it goes. Well, just about the time that Biff Tannen sees you, chases you down, and pulls you up on a rope, you better hope your crew realizes what's going on, because Michael J. Fox almost died filming that scene because he just got his own. So head over to the wetshavingstore.com where you can find this and a wide range of other products. Well, I've had my Western shave, y'all, with Eastwood. And this is as far away from a scented candle Fantasyland version of the Old West as you can get. This is the real one, y'all. This just brought me somewhere, and the rose and the grass and everything else that was in this was just beguiling. And the formula, the base itself. I am more impressed with this every time I use it from HC&C. Thank you, Pete. Welcome to Messages.
So these two brushes our friend Craig from Opus Brush sent us so that we could have a special giveaway just for you.
Yes, and our YouTube winner gets their choice. Here on YouTube, all you have to be is a subscriber here at the Barbershop Duet on YouTube. Send us an email at WeSentYou at thebarbershopduet.com so that we can get back to you. Maybe check out Opus Brush on Instagram. It'd be nice. Come back on July 3rd because we're going to draw our lucky winner here on the show.
Best of luck. I'm trying to think of when you'd want to use this. Like, it's definitely more masculine to me. Like, I do feel like it is more in your lane, but there is, I'm glad we kind of opened it now. It does have that spring coolness to it, but you know that it was hot during the day. Like, there's something in there.
Early summer.
See?
When you go out for your morning walk, but you can start to feel the heat already coming off the grass and the pavement. That somehow, the rockiness in this would just be the perfect complement to a hot summer walk.
And there's something about it that's very raw, but then there's something about it that's really classy and clean and kind of cologne-y that hits it, like the definite Pete kind of thumbprint in there.
You know what's funny? We rarely ever compare, kind of apples to oranges here on the show, especially one artisan to the other. But we just shot Superfly from Hoffman, which is an homage to Fahrenheit. Dior Fahrenheit. I don't think this is a far walk from that lane. What would you say?
I agree. It's much more greenish.
Right.
If I had a color. But then there's something in it that is kind of that cologne hit that really is there.
Sweet masculine guy set without having to go too sweet, but go really deep into the masculine.
And they're both like really fresh and bright somehow.
No, I'm not making plaster. No, this is actually shaving soap, y'all.
Actually, we should demonstrate how that shaving soap works.
Yeah, okay, we were going to start to do this on the show because we don't do shaving, but I've always been curious about how lather coats the face. So, why not do a little bit of this so you can see? Here we go. Wow. Y'all.
Some good stuff.
Y'all. Okay, ready? You can see the tracks that the bristles leave in this soap. Look how beautifully thick and light that is on the skin.
Even if you try and rub through it, it's got a real
trying to push down through the slickness, and you just can't. You can just keep going on.
Good base on you, Mr. Pete.
Too bad I shaved this morning. I could have just marched right into the bathroom.
We need a few hours before you can shave again.
This is fabulous stuff, and if you do this, you get a little bit more of a sense of it.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of sad we don't have the splash. I feel like there's another layer that would have come through, like in the dry down of the splash. There's got to be more of that, like really vibrant side to it.
And if you're like me and you love gourmands that go super sugary sweet, but to offset those, you also like soaps that are sweet, but that sweetness is so different and so hidden and so natural and so redone and so rocky and so herby that you're like, whoa, this is the last thing that I would like eat, but it is the most beautiful sweet I could possibly imagine for today. That's this, y'all. Oh, I love this.
Wow. Thank you, Shave Dad, for getting in on all of this and getting the friends together to make this happen, because this is an awesome scent. And I'm super glad to add it to our den.
Right, and here at the beginning of summer in 2024, we know that Andy is having a little bit of a hard time and he's in the hospital right now. So, buddy, our thoughts and prayers are with you. You're going to pull through this, and you have us too in your corner. We will be thinking about you and sending you our best energy.
Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You will smell better just watching this.